Ladies and gentlemen, there's a story we all know, one that's been told time and time again. It's the story of doubt, of failure, of being told you're not enough. People will look at you and they'll tell you that your dreams are too big, that your ambitions are out of reach, that you don't have what it takes. They'll question your abilities, your character, your very worth. But let me tell you something, that's their opinion, not your destiny. That's their limitation, not your potential. When they tell you it can't be done, when they tell you to settle, when they say you'll never make it, you have two choices. You can accept it and let their words define you, or you can decide to prove them wrong. You see, nobody knows what's inside of you but you. Nobody sees the fire that burns in your heart, the determination that drives you when no one else is looking. The world will throw obstacles your way, it will challenge your resolve, and it will test your resilience. But the question is, how will you respond? Will you let their doubt be your reality, or will you rise up and show them the strength of your spirit? There's a power inside of you that's stronger than any voice of doubt. It's a power that doesn't care about your circumstances, your background, or how many times you've been knocked down. It's the power to stand tall when the world wants to push you down, to keep going when every step feels like an uphill battle, to keep believing when no one else believes in you. When they say you're not good enough, you prove them wrong. When they say you can't make it, you prove them wrong. When they say your dreams are impossible, you prove them wrong. And when they tell you it's too late, you prove them wrong. Because you are not defined by their limitations, you are defined by the strength of your will, by the courage to keep moving forward no matter what. Now, don't get it twisted. Proving them wrong doesn't mean fighting every battle that comes your way. It doesn't mean that you have to engage with every critic or try to silence every naysayer. Sometimes the best way to prove them wrong is to rise above, to focus on your path and let your actions speak louder than their words. Let the results of your hard work, your sacrifice, and your dedication silence the doubt. Let success be the loudest response you can give. But you've got to understand something, it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. And there's a reason they don't. The reason they don't chase their dreams, the reason they don't fight for what they believe in, is because they lack the courage to take risks. They lack the discipline to put in the work. They lack the tenacity to keep going when the road gets tough. And you've got that in you. I know you do. You've got that fire. You've got a heart. You've got the drive. But you've got to believe it. You've got to own it. You've got to embrace it with everything you've got. Here's the truth: the world isn't going to hand you anything. Nobody owes you success. Nobody owes you an easy road. The path to greatness isn't paved with comfort. It's paved with struggle. It's paved with sacrifice, with sweat, with setbacks, with failure. But failure isn't the end. Failure is simply a lesson. It's feedback. It's your chance to get back up, to learn, to adjust, and to keep moving forward. Every time you face a setback, you get stronger. Every time you fail, you get smarter. Every time you fall down, you get one step closer to your goal. The key isn't about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as fuel to propel you forward. Because each time you fail, you learn what doesn't work, and that brings you closer to what does. But here's what I want you to remember. Proving them wrong is not just about showing others what you can do. It's about proving to yourself what you're capable of. It's about breaking through your own limitations, overcoming your own doubts, and defying your own fears. You will face moments of uncertainty. There will be times when you'll question if it's all worth it, if the struggle is really worth the fight. And in those moments, you have to dig deep. You have to remember why you started in the first place. You have to remind yourself that your dreams are worth the battle. There's a reason you have those dreams. They're not random. They were placed in your heart for a reason. You have the vision, the passion, the purpose to make them a reality. And even if no one else sees it, you have to see it. Even if no one else believes in you, you have to believe in yourself. It's easy to be discouraged. It's easy to listen to the critics and let their words plant seeds of doubt in your mind. But the strength doesn't come from them. It comes from you. It comes from the fire that burns inside of you when no one else is watching. It comes from the quiet moments when you're alone with your thoughts, remembering why you're in this fight. And let me tell you something, it's not about proving them wrong for the sake of proving a point. It's about proving to yourself that you're capable of greatness. It's about taking ownership of your future and refusing to let anyone or anything dictate the terms of your success. You've got dreams, and dreams are powerful, but dreams are nothing without the work that comes with them. Dreams are just thoughts until you turn them into action. And action takes courage. It takes discipline. It takes a willingness to push through the discomfort, to face the challenges head on, to stay focused even when the world is telling you to give up. When you're working toward your goals, the world will try to distract you. It will throw curveballs. It will create noise. It will try to knock you off course. But you have to stay focused. You have to block out the distractions and keep your eyes on the prize, your vision, your purpose, your goal. That's what should drive you. Not the opinions of others, not the negativity that surrounds you. Every time you feel like you can't go on, I want you to think about why you started. I want you to think about the vision you have for your life. I want you to think about the people who are counting on you, the people who believe in you, and most importantly, the person you want to become. When they tell you it's impossible, you show them what's possible. When they tell you it can't be done, you show them how it's done. When they doubt your ability, you show them your results. And when they say you're too late, you remind them that it's never too late to start. Prove them wrong not because you need their validation, but because you believe in your own potential. Prove them wrong because you have a vision for your life that no one else can see. Prove them wrong because you're willing to put in the work, make the sacrifices, and face the challenges that come your way. There will be times when the journey seems long, when the end feels far away, but every step you take brings you closer to where you want to be. I don't rush the process. Trust it. Trust that every moment of struggle, every challenge you face is part of your growth. The road to success isn't a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, detours, and obstacles. But that doesn't mean you give up. That means you adapt. That means you learn to navigate. That means you find new ways to keep moving forward. When you prove them wrong, you don't just prove something to the outside world, you prove something to yourself. You prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do. You prove to yourself that you are stronger than the doubts, the setbacks, and the challenges that come your way. You prove to yourself that your dreams are worth fighting for. And when you prove them wrong, don't stop there. Keep going. Keep pushing. Because the truth is, the only limits you have are the ones you place on yourself. You are capable of more than you think. You are stronger than you know. And you are destined for greatness. So don't let anyone, not a single soul, tell you what you can or can't do. Don't let anyone define your potential. You define it. And when you do, when you embrace the strength that lies within you, when you fight for what you believe in, when you prove them wrong, that's when you'll truly realize just how far you can go. The speech emphasizes that others may doubt your potential, but their opinions do not define your destiny. You have the power to prove them wrong by believing in your own abilities and refusing to accept their limitations. Success is not easy, and setbacks are inevitable. The key is to keep going, using failure as a lesson and motivation to push forward. Resilience is about learning from challenges and continually progressing despite obstacles. Action over words rather than engaging with critics or trying to prove yourself through words. The focus should be on letting your actions and results speak for you. Success is the best response to doubt. The core message is about self-belief. No one else can see your potential the way you do, so you must trust in your own vision, work hard toward your goals, and prove to yourself what you're capable of. The road to success is long and filled with challenges. Staying focused on your goals, remaining disciplined, and embracing the journey with all its highs and lows is crucial to proving everyone wrong and achieving greatness. We all face moments in life when doubt creeps in, when it seems like everything is against us and the road ahead is unclear. It's a feeling that everyone experiences at some point, whether it's self-doubt, the doubt of others, or just the general uncertainty of life. But here's something important to remember. Doubt is not a roadblock. It's a sign that you're something great. If you're feeling doubt, it means you're pushing boundaries, you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and you're about to grow in ways you never imagined. The truth is, we all encounter limitations, whether they are personal, imposed by others, or a result of our circumstances. But just because something is hard doesn't mean it's impossible. The greatest achievements in life come not from avoiding challenges, but from overcoming them. And overcoming doubt and limitation is about understanding that they are not permanent states, they are temporary, fleeting, and malleable. The challenge is to change how we view them, how we respond to them, and how we grow through them. People will doubt you. They will tell you that you can't do it, that you're not good enough, that the path you're walking is too difficult or too long. It's natural for others to project their fears and insecurities onto you, but that doesn't mean their fears have any bearing on your reality. When people tell you what you can't do, what they're really saying is what they believe is possible for themselves. But what's possible for them isn't what's possible for you. Their limitations don't define your potential. You are not bound by the same constraints that they are. You are your own person, and your capacity to succeed and overcome is unique to you. The moment you start to believe in the doubts of others is the moment you start to limit yourself. You cannot let someone else's perception of your abilities become your reality. Too often we internalize the negativity and criticism of others, and it holds us back from pursuing our dreams. We start to think that maybe they're right, maybe we're not cut out for success. But that's simply not true. Success isn't about having a perfect path laid out for you or having everything fall into place right away. Success is about showing up, putting in the work, and refusing to let any form of doubt, internal or external, stop you from moving forward. If you are serious about breaking through your limitations, you must first recognize that they exist within you, but they do not define you. You have to be honest with yourself about the doubts you have, and you have to confront them head on. Ask yourself, why do I doubt myself? Where do these feelings come from? Are they rooted in past failures or external criticism? Are they based on things that are true or things that are simply for simply? Once you identify where your doubts stem from, you can begin to dismantle them. Acknowledge that they are not permanent truths. They are simply thoughts that you've allowed to take root. And just as easily as those doubts were planted, they can be uprooted. The power of overcoming doubt lies in your ability to change the way you think and the way you view challenges. But here's the thing, overcoming doubt doesn't mean that you won't feel fear. Fear is a natural response to uncertainty, and fear is not something to avoid. Fear is an indicator that you're on the verge of growth. When you step into the unknown, when you take risks, when you go after something that seems out of reach, fear will show up, and that's okay. Fear can be the fuel that propels you forward if you let it. It's not about eliminating fear, it's about not letting it control you. It's about acknowledging the fear, accepting it, and still taking action despite it. The same goes for limitations. Limitations exist, but they are not insurmountable. There's a quote that says, limitations lie only in our minds. But if we use our imaginations, our possibilities become limitless. We are often our own greatest obstacles. We limit ourselves because we believe in boundaries that don't actually exist. We believe that we're too old, too inexperienced, too unlucky, too unqualified. But these limitations are not absolute truths. They're just stories we tell ourselves. And once we change the story, we change the reality. Every successful person has faced limitations, has had moments of doubt, has encountered failures. But what sets them apart is their ability to push through those moments and continue moving forward. They didn't accept their limitations as permanent. Instead, they found ways to work around them, to adapt, to innovate. And that's what you have to do too. If one path is blocked, find another. If you hit a wall, scale it, climb over it, or go around it. There's always a way forward if you refuse to accept that there isn't one. You have the power to prove your doubts wrong. You have the strength within you to overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. But it's not just about strength. It's about mindset. It's about choosing to believe in your potential, even everything around you says otherwise. It's about choosing action over inaction, progress over stagnation, and resilience over surrender. Doubt and limitation can only hold you back if you let them. The moment you decide to take control, the moment you decide to challenge those doubts and limitations, you start to break free from their grip. The journey to overcoming doubt and limitation is not an easy one. It's filled with challenges, struggles, and moments when you'll want to quit. But that's when you have to dig deep. That's when you have to remind yourself of why you started and who you're doing this for. This journey is about more than just achieving a goal. It's about proving to yourself that you are capable of overcoming anything. Every time you rise above doubt, you strengthen your resolve. Every time you push through a limitation, you expand your belief in what's possible for you. At the end of the day, overcoming doubt and limitation is not just about achieving success. It's about developing the mental toughness to handle life's obstacles. It's about building the kind of character that doesn't back down in the face of adversity. It's about knowing that no matter what comes your way, you have the tools to overcome it. And those tools aren't things you buy or inherit or learn from a book. Those tools are already inside of you. They're your persistence, your ability to adapt, your capacity to keep going when the world tries to stop you. So, the next time doubt knocks on your door, don't let it in. When you hear the voice telling you that you can't do it, that you're not enough, tell that voice it's wrong. You are enough. You are capable. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that can hold you back from achieving greatness unless you let it. Doubt is not the end of the road. It's simply a signpost along the way. The only limitation you truly have is the one you place on yourself. So let go of the doubts. Let go of the limitations. And let yourself soar. Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities a person can develop. It's the ability to keep going in the face of adversity, to push through the hard times, and to remain steadfast even when the world seems to be falling apart around you. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate, something you build over time through experiences, through challenges, and through the will to never give up. It's easy to feel defeated when life gets tough. But it's in those moments, in the darkest hours, that your true strength is revealed. The power of resilience lies in its ability to transform hardship into opportunity, to turn failure into growth, and to turn setbacks into stepping stones. When you face a setback, it feels like the end. But in reality, it's just a detour. Resilience is what allows you to see the detour for what it truly is, a chance to redirect, recalibrate, and come back even stronger. It's not about avoiding failure, but about understanding that failure is part of the journey. The road to success is never a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, and obstacles that will test you. But resilience doesn't just push you through those obstacles. It teaches you how to embrace them, how to learn from them, and how to rise above them. In every successful person's story, there are countless moments of doubt, of struggle, and of failure. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is their ability to keep going when everything seems impossible. The successful person doesn't give up after the first failure, the second, or even the 100th. They learn, adapt, and persist. They see every failure as a lesson, every obstacle as a chance to grow, and every setback as a reason to push harder. Resilience is not about never falling down. It's about getting back up every single time. There's a quote that says, "A smooth sea never made a skilled sailor." This speaks to the essence of resilience. It's the challenges, the storms, and the rough waters that shape us into who we are meant to be. If everything in life were easy, we wouldn't develop the strength, the determination, or the character necessary to succeed. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to strengthen your resolve. The more you face, the stronger you become. And each time you overcome adversity, you add another layer of resilience to your foundation. But resilience is not just about enduring hardships. It's about bouncing back. It's about finding the strength to rise, no matter how many times you fall. And to do that, you have to embrace the mindset that failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's just a part of the process. Too many people stop when they face a failure, when they face rejection, or when they feel the weight of the world on their shoulders. They see these moments as signs that they're not cut out for success, that they don't have what it takes. But the reality is, failure isn't a sign that you should quit. It's a sign that you're on the right track. Because you can't succeed without facing failure. It's not easy to keep going after you've been knocked down. It's not easy to get back up when you feel like the world is against you. But the power of resilience is that it allows you to keep moving forward. Even when every part of you wants to stop, it's the strength to take one more step. Even when you don't know how you're going to make it, it's the courage to keep fighting, even when you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's the belief that no matter how hard the journey gets, you have what it takes to reach your destination. Every person who has achieved greatness has faced adversity. The difference is not that they were never knocked down, but that they refused to stay down. When life knocked them down, they got up, wiped the dirt off, and kept moving forward. They didn't let failure define them. Instead, they let failure teach them. They took what they learned from their struggles and used it as fuel to move forward. And that's the key to resilience, turning adversity into advantage, using pain as power, and taking the lessons from hardship to build a better future. Resilience is also about adaptability. Life is constantly changing, and the challenges we face are never exactly the same. The ability to adapt to new circumstances, to find new solutions, and to keep pushing forward in the face of uncertainty is a hallmark of resilience. Being resilient doesn't mean sticking rigidly to a plan or trying to control everything. It means being able to adjust, to pivot, and to keep going no matter what life throws your way. It's about knowing that your plan might not always work, but that doesn't mean you can't find another way to make it happen. Resilience is about having the flexibility to roll with the punches and keep moving forward, no matter how many times the goalposts are moved. The journey toward resilience is not easy, and it's not always quick. Building resilience takes time, patience, and persistence. It's a process of continuous growth, a process of learning how to handle adversity with grace, strength, and courage. But every time you face a challenge and overcome it, you get stronger. Every time you push through a difficult moment, you develop more resilience. And the more resilient you become, the more you realize that you are capable of handling anything life throws at you. At the heart of resilience is the belief in yourself. You must have the confidence to trust that you have the strength to overcome challenges. When you doubt yourself, you give up your power. But when you trust in your own abilities, you tap into a wellspring of strength that allows you to rise above adversity. Resilience is about cultivating that belief, about reminding yourself that you have the skills, the knowledge, and the tenacity to succeed. It's about knowing that you are not defined by your circumstances, but by your ability to rise above them. Resilience is also about the people you surround yourself with. The support of others can be a critical factor in helping you navigate through tough times. Having a strong support system, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, can provide you with the encouragement, perspective, and strength you need when things get tough. They remind you that you're not alone in your struggles, and they help you keep going when you feel like giving up. But even with the support of others, the ultimate power to be resilient lies within you. It's your belief in yourself, your ability to bounce back, and your refusal to quit that will determine your success. Resilience is also about self-care. When you face challenges, it's easy to forget to take care of yourself. You might push yourself too hard, neglect your physical and emotional needs, and run yourself into the ground. But resilience is not just about pushing through the pain. It's about knowing when to rest, recharge, and recover. It's about taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health so that you can be strong enough to face whatever comes next. Without self-care, resilience becomes much harder to sustain. You have to take care of your body, your mind, and your spirit if you want to remain resilient in the long term. There will be moments when you feel like you can't go on. There will be times when the challenges seem too great, when the odds seem too stacked against you, and when you feel like you're at the end of your rope. But it's in those moments that you must dig deeper. It's in those moments that you must find the strength to keep going, to take that next step, even when you don't think you have the energy. Because the power of resilience lies in your ability to rise again, no matter how many times you've fallen. It's the belief that the fight is never over until you give up. And the truth is, the only time you truly fail is when you stop trying. Resilience is the key to enduring the storms of life. It's what allows you to keep your head up when things are tough, to remain strong when you feel weak, and to press forward when every part of you wants to stop. It's not about being invincible. It's about having the courage to face your struggles, to learn from them, and to keep pushing forward. Resilience is a mindset, a way of life, and a quality that can be cultivated through practice, patience, and perseverance. It's the strength to keep going when the road is long, and it's the belief that no matter how hard the journey gets, you have what it takes to reach the finish line. There's a powerful truth in the idea that actions speak louder than words. Too often in life, people talk about what they're going to do, what they want to achieve, and what their dreams are. But dreams and words are nothing without the courage to back them up with action. The world doesn't care about what you say, it cares about what you do. The most successful people are not the ones who talk the most, they are the ones who take action, the ones who put in the work, and the ones who consistently show up and do the things others only talk about. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of talking about your plans, your goals, and your aspirations. Words can be powerful motivators. They can inspire and create a vision of what could be. But without action, those words remain empty. They are just words floating in the air with no substance to back them up. Anyone can talk a good game, but it's the person who walks the walk, who shows up every day, who puts in the effort and works toward their dreams that stands apart. The true measure of success isn't how many promises you make or how grandiose your vision is, but how much work you're willing to put in to make those promises a reality. Action is what moves you forward. It's what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. No matter how big your dreams are, without action, they will remain just that, dreams. The world doesn't reward intention or good intentions. It rewards the effort, the sweat, the perseverance, and the relentless drive to push through challenges. If you want to see change in your life, you have to be willing to step into action. It's not enough to simply wish for success, to talk about it endlessly, or to make plans for the future. You have to take the first step and then the next one, and the next one after that. Talk is cheap, and promises are easy to make. But what truly matters is your ability to back up your words with concrete actions. You can tell people that you're going to lose weight, build a business, or become a better person, but none of that matters unless you take the necessary steps to make it happen. It's the small, consistent actions you take every day that compound over time and lead to success. It's about waking up every day with a sense of purpose, knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. It's about showing up even when it's hard, even when you're tired, and even when you feel like giving up. One of the biggest mistakes people make is that they wait for the perfect moment to take action. They wait for the conditions to be just right, for all the stars to align before they start moving toward their goals. But the truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. There will always be something that stands in your way. There will always be challenges, obstacles, and setbacks that threaten to derail you. But the key to success is to take action anyway. It's about doing the work even when it's inconvenient, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when it seems like the odds are stacked against you. The people who succeed in life are not the ones who wait for everything to be perfect. They are the ones who take action regardless of the circumstances. Taking action also requires a certain level of vulnerability. It's easy to talk about your dreams when you're not taking any risks. But when you step into action, you expose yourself to the possibility of failure, rejection, and disappointment. It's terrifying to put yourself out there, to take that leap of faith, and to chase after something that's uncertain. But without that leap, without that willingness to be vulnerable, you will never achieve anything significant. Success doesn't come from playing it safe. It comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone, from facing your fears, and from having the courage to act in the face of uncertainty. When you take action, you also learn. Action is how you get better at anything. You can read all the books, listen to all the podcasts, and attend all the seminars, but nothing will teach you as much as taking real, tangible action. The process of trying, failing, and trying again is what allows you to refine your skills, adjust your approach, and ultimately succeed. Action is the ultimate teacher. It's how you learn what works and what doesn't, how you discover your strengths and weaknesses, and how you develop the resilience to keep going when things don't go according to plan. There will always be excuses to hold back, to wait, to delay taking action. You'll hear the voice in your head telling you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. But that voice is a lie. No one ever feels completely ready to take on something new. The feeling of being ready only comes after you've started. Once you take the first step, you begin to gain the confidence and experience you need to keep moving forward. It's only through action that you will develop the skills, the confidence, and the belief in yourself that you need to succeed. It's important to understand that taking action doesn't always mean that you'll immediately see results. There will be times when you put in the work, you take the necessary steps, and yet it seems like nothing is happening. You might feel like you're spinning your wheels, like you're putting in all this effort and not getting anywhere. But action is cumulative. Every small step you take is adding up, even if you don't see the results right away. The key is to stay committed to the process and trust that the results will come in time. The most successful people aren't the ones who see immediate rewards. They are the ones who keep working, keep pushing, and keep taking action even when the results aren't immediate. Another crucial aspect of taking action is consistency. You can't just take action once and expect success to magically appear. Success is built on consistency, on showing up day after day, putting in the effort and doing the work regardless of how you feel. It's easy to get motivated for a short burst of time, but it's the long haul that separates the winners from the quitters. Taking consistent action is what leads to lasting change, what makes success inevitable over time. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, and doing what needs to be done day in and day out. People often talk about the importance of having a plan. And while a plan is certainly important, it's not enough on its own. A plan without action is just a dream. A plan is only as good as the actions you take to bring it to life. If you have a great plan, but you're not taking action to execute it, then it will remain nothing more than a piece of paper with good intentions written on it. You can't just sit around waiting for the perfect plan to fall into your lap. You have to take action, make adjustments as you go, and learn from your mistakes. Taking action also means being willing to fail. Failure is an inevitable part of the journey to success, and the sooner you accept it, the better. Failure doesn't define you, refines you. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. You learn what works and what doesn't. You learn where you need to improve. And you learn how to get back up and keep going. It's through failure that you develop the resilience and determination necessary to succeed. People who are afraid to fail often never take action at all. They sit on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for everything to be just right. But in reality, the only way to succeed is to fail, learn from it, and keep going. If you want to achieve something in life, you have to be willing to act, even when it's hard, even when it's uncomfortable, and even when you don't have all the answers. Success is not about waiting for the right moment. It's about taking action in the moment. It's about putting in the work, learning from the process, and not giving up. Action is the key that unlocks the door to your future. Words are easy, but action is what changes lives. So stop talking about what you're going to do and start doing it. The world is waiting for your action. Your future is waiting for your action. And success is waiting for you to step up and take it. Belief in yourself is the foundation upon which everything else is built. It is the root of every achievement, every success, and every step forward you take in life. Without belief in yourself, no amount of skill, talent, or effort will ever be enough. Belief in yourself is the unwavering conviction that you are capable, that you are worthy of success, and that you can achieve whatever it is you set your mind to. It is the deep knowing that no matter what challenges you face or how many setbacks you encounter, you have the strength and the resilience to keep going. This belief is not something that magically appears, nor is it something that comes easily. It is something that you build over time through experience, growth, and by pushing past doubts and fears. Every person at some point faces moments of doubt. These moments often arise when you're about to do something significant, something that takes you outside of your comfort zone. It's in those moments when fear and uncertainty creep in that belief in yourself becomes crucial. You have to learn how to trust yourself, even when things are unclear or uncomfortable. You have to develop the inner strength to push through those moments of doubt and keep moving forward. Because without that belief, you will be paralyzed by fear. The key to unlocking your true potential is recognizing that you are capable of handling whatever life throws at you. Belief in yourself is not about thinking you're perfect or never making mistakes. It's about knowing that you are resilient and strong enough to learn, adapt, and keep going no matter what. When you believe in yourself, the world around you shifts. The way you see challenges changes. The way you approach obstacles becomes more determined. And the way you carry yourself exudes confidence and conviction. Others can sense your self-assurance, and this often leads to opportunities, connections, and success that might not have come otherwise. People are drawn to those who believe in themselves because that energy is magnetic. It inspires those around you, encourages them to take risks, and shows them that it is possible to overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. Self-belief isn't just an internal force, it radiates outwards and affects everything around you. However, believing in yourself is not always easy. It's not something that magically happens overnight. It requires constant work and maintenance, especially in a world that often tries to tell you that you're not good enough. From a young age, many people are conditioned to doubt themselves. Society often imposes standards and expectations, and when you don't meet them, it can be easy to lose faith in your abilities. But it is important to remember that your worth is not defined by others. Your worth comes from within. The opinions of others, whether positive or negative, do not determine your value. What matters is what you believe about yourself, what you tell yourself, and what you know you're capable of. One of the most important aspects of believing in yourself is understanding that failure is part of the journey, not the end. So many people give up on their dreams after a setback, thinking that their failure means they aren't good enough or capable of success. But failure is merely a stepping stone on the path to success. It is through failure that you learn, grow, and develop the skills needed to succeed. Believing in yourself means understanding that failure doesn't define you, it refines you. Each time you fail, you get closer to your goal because you've learned something new. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but belief in yourself allows you to see failure for what it truly is, an opportunity to improve and move forward. Believing in yourself is also about setting boundaries and standing firm in your decisions. When you have confidence in your abilities, you are less likely to let others dictate your path. You trust your instincts and trust the choices you make, even when others might not agree. This can be especially difficult in a world where peer pressure and societal expectations play a significant role. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting to please others, to follow the crowd, and to make decisions based on what others think. But when you believe in yourself, you are not swayed by the opinions of others. You know that your journey is yours to make, and you trust that the decisions you make are the right ones for you. Another crucial aspect of self-belief is the willingness to take risks. When you believe in yourself, you are willing to step outside of your comfort zone and take chances. You don't let fear of failure or fear of the unknown hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Taking risks is a natural part of growth. If you only ever stay in your comfort zone, you will never discover what you are truly capable of. Belief in yourself is what gives you the courage to take those risks, to put yourself in situations that challenge you, and to trust that you will be able to handle whatever comes your way. It's this willingness to step into the unknown, to embrace uncertainty, and to take action despite fear that separates those who achieve greatness from those who stay stuck. You must also learn to silence your inner critic. Everyone has that voice in their head that tells them they aren't good enough, that they can't achieve their goals, or that they will fail. It's a voice that can be incredibly loud, and for many people, it's hard to ignore. But in order to believe in yourself, you have to recognize that this voice is not the truth. It's just fear speaking, and fear is not a reliable source of information. When you start to notice these negative thoughts creeping in, counter them with positive affirmations and reminders of your past successes. Remind yourself of the times you've overcome challenges, the times you've proved others wrong, and the times you've succeeded when it seemed impossible. The more you challenge your negative thoughts and replace them with positive ones, the easier it becomes to believe in yourself. Another important part of self-belief is taking responsibility for your own life. It's easy to fall into the trap of blaming others for your circumstances or waiting for someone else to change things for you. But true belief in yourself comes from accepting that you are the one who is in control of your life. No one else is responsible for your happiness, your success, or your future. When you take ownership of your actions and decisions, you empower yourself to make changes and take the steps needed to create the life you want. You stop waiting for external validation or permission and start creating your own path. Belief in yourself also involves a strong sense of self-love. To truly believe in yourself, you must first love yourself. Self-love is not about being arrogant or narcissistic. It's about accepting yourself as you are, with all your flaws and imperfections. It's about recognizing your worth and treating yourself with kindness and respect. When you love yourself, you're able to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. You set healthy boundaries, you prioritize your needs, and you make decisions that honor your well-being. Self-love is the foundation for self-belief because it allows you to show up for yourself in the world, knowing that you deserve the best that life has to offer. Belief in yourself also requires patience. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like. In a world that is so focused on instant gratification, it can be difficult to stay patient and trust the process. But self-belief means understanding that success takes time. It means trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, is getting you closer to your goal. It means knowing that the road to success is not always linear and there will be obstacles along the way. But if you continue to believe in yourself and stay patient, you will eventually reach your destination. Patience and perseverance are essential parts of the journey. In the end, belief in yourself is not about thinking you are invincible or perfect. It's about having the confidence to trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. It's about knowing that you have the strength to overcome challenges, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep moving forward. It's about seeing yourself as worthy of success, love, and happiness, no matter what anyone else says. Belief in yourself is the key to unlocking your potential. And when you believe in yourself, anything is possible. Perseverance and focus are two of the most powerful forces in achieving success. Without perseverance, you'll give up at the first sign of difficulty. Without focus, you'll be distracted by every obstacle and detour that comes your way. Together, they form the foundation of resilience and determination, qualities that separate those who achieve their goals from those who give up along the way. Life isn't always easy, and the road to success is often filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it's in those moments that perseverance and focus become your greatest allies. When things get tough, it's your ability to keep going and stay focused on your goals that will determine your success. Perseverance is the ability to continue working toward a goal despite obstacles, difficulties, and discouragement. It's the refusal to give up even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's the understanding that success doesn't come overnight and that it requires consistent effort over time. The journey to success is rarely a straight line. It's often a series of twists and turns, highs and lows, moments of progress followed by periods of struggle. Perseverance is what keeps you moving forward, even when the path is unclear or the outcome seems uncertain. It's the grit and determination to keep working day after day toward your vision. One of the most important aspects of perseverance is the ability to stay motivated when things aren't going well. It's easy to stay focused and energized when everything is going according to plan. But what about when things go wrong? What about when your hard work doesn't seem to be paying off, or when the setbacks feel too great to overcome? This is where perseverance is truly tested. It's in these moments when you feel like quitting that the ability to keep going is most important. Perseverance isn't about avoiding failure or never facing challenges. It's about how you respond when things don't go as planned. It's about picking yourself up after you fall, dusting yourself off, and continuing to move forward with even more determination. It's also important to recognize that perseverance doesn't mean blindly pushing forward without reassessing your approach. It's about continuing to make progress, even if that means adjusting your strategy or finding a new way to tackle a problem. Sometimes perseverance requires you to be flexible, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to approach challenges from a different angle. It's about staying committed to your goal, but also being open to learning and growing along the way. Perseverance doesn't mean sticking to a plan that isn't working. It means finding a way to keep moving forward, even if that means changing your tactics. Focus is just as important as perseverance when it comes to achieving success. Focus is the ability to direct your attention and energy toward a specific task or goal without being distracted by other things. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, notifications, the constant pull of modern life, it's easy to get sidetracked and lose sight of what really matters. But focus is the key to making progress toward your goals. It's about prioritizing what's important and giving your full attention to it, even when there are 1,000 other things demanding your time and energy. Focus is also about clarity. When you are focused on a goal, you know exactly what you want and why you want it. You have a clear vision of your destination, and this vision helps guide your actions. Without focus, it's easy to lose track of what you're working toward. You may find yourself jumping from one task to another without making any real progress. But when you are focused, every step you take is intentional, and every action moves you closer to your goal. Focus allows you to cut through the noise and distractions of life and concentrate your energy on what really matters. One of the biggest challenges to focus is the temptation to multitask. It's easy to think that you're being more productive when you're juggling multiple tasks at once. But in reality, multitasking can make you less effective. When you try to do too many things at once, your attention is divided, and you're not able to give your best effort to any one task. Focus, on the other hand, allows you to give your full attention to the task at hand, ensuring that you are putting forth your best effort and achieving the highest quality of work. By focusing on one task at a time, you can accomplish more in less time and with better results.